How's it going, everyone? It's Kenneth here. I hope everyone's doing well. I think I am, just about. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of going to work and waking up at 6 in the morning. But you know, it takes a while after the Christmas break. Today I want to talk about a couple of things. My favourite, most used tool on the allotment, or implement, if you can call it that. Some seeds that we're planting at the moment, and my favourite time of the year on the allotment. I've got three types here that I'd like to plant. So I've got a hot pepper. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Then I have aubergine. Again, all these weird words, weird pronunciations and varieties I don't know how to pronounce. And then lastly, tomatoes. All of these you can start planting now, although the tomatoes can probably wait till sort of February, sort of March, something like that. But I'm not too worried about them because they don't need as much heat or take as long as peppers or chilies and aubergines do to germinate. So my plan is to only do all the chilies today. I think there's about 18 seeds in there. They'll take about 10 days or so to germinate, and once they've germinated, they don't actually need the heated propagator anymore. As long as they stay in a sort of a warm, sunny area in the house, on a windowsill, something like that, they should be okay to carry on growing. But then once those are out of the propagator, I'll be able to start the aubergines. Now these take a lot longer. It says 2 to 3 weeks to germinate, which is crazy, but they need constant warm soil of around 32 degrees Celsius. And once those have germinated, I'll take them out, the heated propagator, and then do the tomatoes. One of my favorites, probably like my favorite time on the allotment. Oh, just so you know, I'm using that to plant them. I used it last year. It's quite a good compost. It's a bit expensive for a small thing like this. The thing was like £4, but you know, it's kind of worth it. Yeah, so I want to speak about my favourite time on the allotment, and a lot of people might disagree. I'm sure a lot of people will agree, but for me, it's autumn and winter, basically, and you know, a bit of spring, but mainly the winter. The reason why I really enjoy winter down on the allotment is it really gives you a chance to do stuff. So build raised beds, weed, clean everything up. Get the allotment ready basically for the next year. It gives you a chance to do all of that without the stress or worry or pressure of having to plant new seeds, get everything ready, harvest stuff, be there every day to water, especially after the summer we had this year. That can be quite stressful. Summer's not really the time you can mess around doing those kind of projects unless you're really good and your allotment is super organized, and you might not have much weeds to do, or you've done all your big projects. But from what I've found so far is I think there's always going to be some sort of project to do down there as you sort of change what you want to grow and you learn from the previous year and that kind of thing. So if there's one tool that I think everyone should use, or I don't know, I mean, it's something that we've used the most, and I can't think of having that allotment without it, because it has saved us hundreds and hundreds of hours and loads of backache and loads of time. And it's the simple wheelbarrow. We use it for loads of stuff, carting around manure, carting around leaves, getting wood chips, getting compost, moving things around. You can even use it to transport seedlings around the allotment rather than trying to use your two hands and mess around going up and down about 500 times. I just find it's an incredibly useful tool, and I would suggest if you're getting an allotment for the first time, invest in a very good wheelbarrow. I got mine for, was it my birthday? Pretty sure it was for my birthday in 2016 from my brother and his wife and kids. And we use it especially in winter while we're doing all the jobs that you do over winter, put your allotment to sleep, put more manure and more compost in, move things around, all that kind of stuff. We use it every single day without fail, especially at the moment because we're redoing the wood chips on our path, which is what we were doing this weekend. So those chili seeds have all been planted and watered. I put them in the propagator with the little lid cover thing on, and I put it next to the radiator for now. So the way we sort of use our central heating is a bit weird, but we tend to have our heating on almost all day, every day, but on a really, really low temperature. So just so that it kind of takes the edge off the cold. And when we get home in the evenings at 6:30 or 7, it's actually the house is really warm, even though the radiators are not that hot to touch. And then we'll blast it on for like really hot for maybe an hour or two when we get in. So even though it's an electric propagator, it's going to have some warmth anyway. Just being next to the radiator is going to give it that extra boost, probably put it up by a couple of degrees, which will, help basically. Okay, so that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed that video. I'll be back soon with, some more updates. Hopefully, we will put that greenhouse, too busy watching people walk past. People watching from my own living room. Yeah, hopefully we will get that that greenhouse up. It's something we want to do before spring hits, so we can start putting seedlings in there because it'll warm up. My mom gave me this little greenhouse heater thing. You've got gas. I don't know. We'll use it. It'll be useful hopefully. So I'll see you guys soon. I've got a few ideas for some really interesting podcasts I'd like to do soon. Just got to find some time to fit those in because they involve a tiny bit of research, which I don't mind doing, but I'd rather bring some value to the podcast rather than just yammer on like I'm doing right now. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you later. When it hits you, yes, you shine. When it hits you, yes.